Welcome to my garage. This is my 2008 Lexus LX 570. This is a third generation LX. And what we're doing today is changing the rear differential fluid. This should work the same for all third generation Lexus LX 570s. So the first thing I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna start the car and use the hydraulic suspension to put it in a higher position so I have more room to work underneath. So let's do that first. Here's our height button right here. There we go. So we're just gonna put it into high. On the dash, you should see the high flashing there. And as it's flashing, it's moving up. I could see the front moving. Very slowly, very subtly. There we go. Okay, car is now in high, and so the next step would be for you to drop the spare tire, but I already done that. The spare tire is already on the floor, and you could watch another one of my videos on how to do that. It's very simple, works like a pickup truck. You insert a long tool into a hole in the trunk, you twist it, chain drops it down, and then there you go. Again, I'll link the video below so you can watch that. And the reason I remove the spare tire is so that I have more room to work underneath the car. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. You could see now, spare tire would have been hanging off the chain right there. There's the rear differential, and now I got all this room to kind of sit up there and to work. So let's get to work. All right, so what we're gonna use today as far as tools are concerned, I have some gloves, paper towels, I have a torque wrench. I have the gaskets, crush washers that are required. I have a transfer pump. The gear oil I'm going to be using is Redline 75W85. And we'll see if I could just pour it in there. Hopefully that's how it's going to work. But if not, I do have the cheap little transfer pump to pump it out there right into the differential. I have just a mechanics tool set. We'll see what we need as far as sockets and ratchets. In the bag is my oil drain pan, and I actually have the repair manual instructions here. So you can see section 2 here about adding differential fluid. And on the bottom is a table. So the rear differential is going to take 4.39 or 4.49 US quarts, so really 4.5 US quarts. And the idea is you would fill it within 5 millimeters or flat to the fill hole, okay? And we're gonna be torquing the drain plug down to 49 Newton meters or 36 foot-pounds after we're done. There you go. The oil you need is 75W85 GL5 or equivalent. All right, guys, I'm laying underneath the car here in the back. Got my cardboard down, some paper towels. I got a buddy of mine here hang out with me. Okay, so what you need is a 24 millimeter socket. And first you wanna remove the fill plug, because if you can't fill it, you don't wanna drain it. Uh-oh. Okay, I broke that. I didn't think I did. So that's now been broken loose. Drain plug is right here. So it's the same 24 millimeters. And so we'll break that, hopefully. Yeah, broke that loose. And now we're ready to drain. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. And I'm just gonna wipe around here. I don't want any of this grime and dirt and stuff falling in there, so let's just clean up a little bit around here. If you have something sprayed with, it might be even better, but at least we get enough of loose dust and dirt and stuff so that nothing is going to go back in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take out the fill plug. And you can see it's dripping a little bit. Actually looks fairly clean. There's a washer on here, the crush washer. So we're going to replace that. The reason this is dripping right now and spilling out of here is because we're in my garage, and the garage is sloping out towards the back, and that's the way I have the car organized right now, is it's back out, so it's down slope. There we go. There's the entire 4 or 5 quarts draining out of there. 4.5 quarts. So it's a good amount. And while it's draining, check out all the gunk on the magnetic plug here. Look at that. All that crap. Looks pretty normal, but a lot of goo in there. I do see a washer on it as well, so that's good. They came off with it. Here that is, the crush washer, or the gasket, whatever you want to call it. And these two fill and drain gaskets are actually the same, so that's good. It does smell pretty burnt, pretty gross under here, but the liquid itself, it's not that dark, so it's probably got maybe 30,000 miles on it. I don't think I was in any danger zone of waiting too long here. I think it's okay. While that's happening, I was going to open my bag of goodies here, pull the new gaskets out, and here's what they look like new. You could see they're nice and thick. Okay, I've prepped my drain plug with a brand new gasket. I've cleaned off the magnet, and that's how you know it's the drain plug, because it's got the magnet on it, versus the fill plug right here, which is much different, small. Okay, I'm gonna give it one last wipe, and I'll go ahead and screw it in there. Gonna wipe off any of that excess fluid from there, dirt, whatever is over there. Not to worry about wiping up the running right now, because as I fill, I'm gonna fill until it starts running again, so it's not a problem. I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about torquing it at this point. Just get it tight enough to fill. I'm gonna leave my drain pan here also because I don't really love the contraption here. If anything falls down, and plus again, I'm gonna fill until it starts dripping out. So it only makes sense to have a drain pan underneath. Okay. Take cap off my red line. Confirm again it's the right differential fluid, not the transfer case fluid that I also have. And now I gotta break this seal. Okay. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna be 4.5 quarts. Woo! Okay, very small funnel, so it's gonna take a while here. And it's spilling out the side, so it's not really This funnel's nowhere near big enough. Let's regroup. Okay, we got a transfer pump set up. Let's see if I get any joy out of this thing. Just gonna wipe the tube a little bit cleaner. And let's see if it's gonna start pumping. Okay, that's working. It's a crappy way to pump 4.5 quarts though. There you go. Hopefully it's a little better. So, see the tube's yellow going there. This is not the way I wanted to spin. It's so much easier with the bottles that you could squeeze. I was trying to find a water bottle to pour this into with like a squeezable neck kind of thing. And I couldn't find that. Okay. This bottle is shot. Let's grab the next one. Gotta break the seal. There we go. Gonna wipe this tube again, make sure it's clean. And here we go. Oh, it's really shot. So this is not how I do it. Yeah, let me over here. You guys have a problem, please? Oh, no problem. All right, another bottle. No, don't have to go. There's actually a good amount that's still left in there. So I'm just gonna consolidate all into one. This transfer pump doesn't quite reach the bottom of the bottle, I guess. All right. So this is a very easy job and it goes about 10 times faster if you have a way to squeeze this oil in here directly instead of using this method. All right. One more. Hold on. Makes the job about 10 times dirtier too. Using transfer pumps instead of pouring it directly in there. They do have offset funnels, which may be a good idea to get before you do this. Almost 4 bottles right there. It's probably 3.5 just because of how much is left in each bottle. So these are truly 3 empties, and it looks like probably 2 more. They're still going here. I imagine we should be getting close here. Just looking for it to start coming out there in kind of a substantial way. Because again, the right fluid level is to be even with that drain hole, but because I'm at a downward angle, and plus I got the suspension elevated, it's forcing the pumpkin to be at a different angle a little bit to the drive shaft. So okay, see, I'm getting a good amount of spilling out of there. I'm gonna stop the loss of that fluid. Okay. Now we have a lot of cleanup to do. Just gonna stop any of these drips, and then I can get rid of the drain pan. Make it easier back here too. Okay. Push this back a little bit. Now I can figure out how to get all this fluid transfer that's stuck in here. So I think this stuff in here. Okay, so almost. All right. So I have one relatively clean bottle, and I'm just gonna consolidate everything in here because I still have the front differential to do. So I'm not gonna waste any of this. All right. All right, as I mentioned, the torque values are 49 Newton meters or 36 foot-pounds. All right, we got that set. That's a 3/4 inch torque set, so I need an adapter for my 24 millimeter socket. And we're ready to crank these things down. There you go. I'm probably doing this the hard way. That's 36 foot-pounds, and you are done. That's all there's to it. Again, if you could help it, don't make the same mistake I did. Either get the Mobil 1 bottles or some kind of squeeze bottle where you could just sit here and squeeze directly from the bottle into the differential, or get the funnel that's offset. It could pour into the funnel and flow down there. I just didn't have the right tools for the job today. Don't be like me. Learn from my video here, and it'll go much, much faster and easier for you. I think that should cover it. I appreciate you guys watching and struggling along with me here. Again, I think it'll go easier for you if you have a good shoulder and the right tools. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.